members of the particular class to be the public members to easily the other non-member functions can access the private members of the class. In order to make the non-member function to access the private data members of the class, so we need to declare the function as a friend to that particular class. Okay, so that is nothing but the friend function. Okay, private members of a class cannot be accessed by non-member function, but they can, but so there may be, so here some situation where we need to access the private members of the class by non-member function. This is achieved by making the non-member function friend to the class. So here when you declare the data members as public, then it violates the property of data hiding. Therefore, here we are making the function non-member function itself friend to the class. Okay, so that is nothing but a friend function. Okay, so therefore non-member function, to make the non-member function friendly to a class, we have to simply declare the function as a friend of that class. And this is the syntax for how to make the, for example, ABC is a class. Okay, then XYZ is a member function. We want to make this XYZ a member function friend to this class. Okay, in order to make that, I have declared that as a friend. Okay, and also we need to consider some points while making the function friend to a particular class. The function declaration should be preceded by the keyword friend. So if you if the keyword, if you function before writing the function, if you write the keyword friend, that is nothing but we are making the function friendly to the class. And then friend function is not in the scope of the class to which it has been declared as friend. So, but even though it is declared here, this XYZ is a non-member function which is made friend to this particular class ABC. So even but scope of this function is not within this class; it is outside the class. Okay, the friend function is just like a normal C++ function, and friend function can be declared either in the private or public section of the class. Okay, here in the public section, I have declared this XYZ is a non-member function. I have declared it as a friend to this class within the public section of the class. This is a public section. Public colon anta barbiಟ್ಟು declare ಮಾಡಿದ public section. So similarly, we can use that in the private section also. We can declare it as a friend. Okay. Then friend function cannot access the class members directly. So by creating the objects, then followed by dot operator, then only it is possible to access the data members of the particular class. Okay. A friend function has the objects as its argument. ಈಗ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯುಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ, ವೇರಿಯೇಬಲ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಬಟ್ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯುಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ಅ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್. ಓಕೆ, ಮೆಂಬರ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಒನ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಅನದರ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್. ಸೊ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಮೇಕ್ ದಿ member function of one class can be a friend function of the other class. You can also do like that. So member functions na ನೀವು outside the class ಬರೆದ್ರೆ ಅದು ನಾನ್ ಮೆಂಬರ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಬಟ್ ಬೇರೆ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಅದು ಮೆಂಬರ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ಗೆ ಇಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್. ಓಕೆ, we can also do like that. And also in order to access the private members of the class, non-member function in ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, it has to create the object and it has to use the dot operator followed by the individual data member is specified for the valid access. So in one example I had given in the last week only. So we have to create the object dot operator, then the variable name we have to use. Okay, in order to access the data members of the class, the friend function has to create the object, then dot operator, then the variable name can be accessed. The variables can be accessed. The function can be declared as a friend in any number of classes. So we can declare a friend function. Function can be declared as a friend in any number of classes. And, that means one non-member function can be a friend to many number of classes. A friend function, although not a member function, has full access right to private member of the class. So therefore, once the function is made friend, then it has a full control over the private data members of that particular class. Okay, so this we already discussed. In this example, sample is a class, and where we have declared these are the private members of this class. A, B are the variables which are nothing but they are the private members of this class. And then this class has only one member function, that is void set value, where I'm assigning some value to these two variables. A is equal to 25, B is equal to 40, and I'm making the mean. Mean is a non-member function which is written outside the class. You can observe here termination of the semicolon represent the termination of this class sample. Okay, so this mean, therefore it is written outside the class, and this is the non-member function. Now this non-member function has the arguments enirutte non-member friend function ge argument enagirutte, it's a object. Okay, sample another class name, adradu ಒಂದು object create ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂತಾ ಇದೆ. These are the nothing but we are passing the arguments to this function. So instead of A, B ಅಂತ ಕಳಿಸೋದ್ರ ಬದಲು ನಾವು ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ S means it includes A, B. Okay, all the variables which are declared within this class. So all these are passed to this function. So then float mean. So float is a return type. What is the return value? It is returning the function mean is returning. And sample, yes, is again sample is the name of the class, and yes is the object. Now the mean is creating. The non-member function mean has created the object yes within its parenthesis. These are nothing but the arguments, and then return float s dot a. So whatever the object it has been created, we by using that object dot a, so we can access these two variables a, b by using dot operator s dot a plus s dot b divided by 2. So then after this calculating the mean, I am returning the value back to this. So return float this one. Then main function. In the main function, I'm again sample is a name of the class. I'm creating the object x. X is the object here. In order to call this function, I have to use this object. That means x dot set value. Okay, again user defined object here x dot set value. As soon as I call this function, the control goes here, and it will take the values of a, b as 25 and 40. Then call mean value is equal to mean x. I am calling the non-member function here, mean x, where I am this is x is an object. I am passing this argument to this. Yes. Now I'm just mean value is equal to mean of x. That means whatever the value returned by this mean, that will be that float value will be stored in x. So therefore we will get mean value is equal to mean of x. So mean value will be displayed. Okay, so for 25 plus 45 divided by 25 plus 40 divided by 2, so that value will be displayed here. So this is how we use the friend function. Okay, so therefore friend function access the class variables a and b by using the dot operator and the object passed to it. For example, x dot a antane use ಮಾಡಬಹುದು, x dot b antane use ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. The function call means mean of x passes the object x by value to the friend function. Okay, so whenever we call x, this becomes the object, and it will send the passes the object x by value to the friend function. Okay, you can see here. So it will pass the x to this, and it calculates that, and it will return the value. Okay, and here I have this is a non-member function. I have made it friend to this class so that I can use the private members of this class. And then finally, I am writing the void main function. In that, I am calling the member function of this class set x dot value, that by using the object x. And then I am calling another function which is a friend to this function, friend to this class. Mean value is equal to mean x. The whole object I am passing as a argument to this mean this program, this function. So x value illi hogutte, illinda then calculated, we are calculating the mean value and returning the value back to the x. So therefore member function of one class can be friend function of another class. In such cases, they are defined using the scope resolution operator, which is shown as follows. So here I have not used any scope resolution operator. But when we want to make a friend function of one class, member function of one class can be a friend function of the another class. In that case, we have to use the scope resolution operator. For example, here I have class X. Any problem? Are you following me? Okay. Here, class is a keyword, X is a name of the class, and within that I have some functions which are declared as integer, member function, function1, and closing the class. And next another class I have. In that I want to make some function, this member function, friend to this class Y. Okay. So this is class X, class Y. There are two classes. In that member function present in this class can be a friend to this class. So therefore, I am using the keyword friend in scope resolution operator. So you can observe here, scope resolution operator is used to make this member function friend to this class. Okay. So therefore, here the function one is a member of class X and a friend of class Y. So you can observe here. This becomes the function one is a member of class X and a friend of class Y. So here the main thing is scope resolution operator you have to use. So friend, then everything remains same. It has to preceded by the keyword friend. Int another return type function. Next, int X is the class name of the class, scope resolution function 1. Now the function 1 of X is friend to Y. This X is function 1 is a member function of X. Okay. Next, we can also declare all the member function of one class as a friend function of the another class. Okay. In such cases, so the class is called a friend class. This can be specified as follows. Class and a friend maadbirta. Okay. Member function alla, the whole class become friend to the another class. So here class Z. Class is a keyword again. Z is the name of the class, and within the body of the class, I am making class X as a member function friend to this class Z. All the member function of X are now friend to the class Z. Okay, the complete class is become friend to another class, so that all the member function of class X can be used by class Z also. Next is a constructor and destructor. What do you mean by constructors and destructors? Constructor is it's a special member function which is used to initialize the data members automatically the moment the objects are created. This is known as automatic initialization of objects. Okay. So whenever ನೀವು ಪ್ರತಿ ಸಲ ವೇರಿಯೇಬಲ್ಸ್ ಗೆ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಕೊಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಇನಿಷಿಯಲೈಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತೀರಾ ಅಥವಾ ರನ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇನಿಷಿಯಲೈಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ. ಬಟ್ ಕನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಟರ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಸ್ಪೆಷಲ್ ಮೆಂಬರ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್. ಅದು ಸ್ಪೆಷಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಒಂದು ಮೆಂಬರ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಬರ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಆಟೋಮೆಟಿಕಲಿ ಅಸೈನ್ಸ್ ವೆನ್ ದ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್. Okay, so it is used to initialize the data members automatically. So as soon as the objects are created, it automatically initializes the values. For example, here you can take class. Okay, again sample is a name of the class. There is a class and MN are the data members which are declared as private, and in public section of the class I am just declaring one constructor sample. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ನೀವು ಹೆಂಗ್ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು ಇದು ಕನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಟರ್ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ನೇಮ್ ಏನ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತೀನಿ ಅದೇ ನೇಮ್ ಕೊಟ್ರೆ it should come to your mind that it is a class. Okay, sorry, constructor. Okay, class name kotre, so name of the class e kottidini illi nen observe ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಾ. ಸೊ ಮೆಂಬರ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಬರಿತಿಲ್ಲ ನಾನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ. ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ನೇಮ್ ನೇ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ಸ್ಯಾಂಪಲ್ ವಾಯ್ಡ್ ಕನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಟರ್ ಡಿಕ್ಲೇರ್ ಮಾಡ್ದಂಗೆ ಅದು. ನೌ ಕನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಟರ್ ಡಿಫೈನ್ಡ್ ಔಟ್ಸೈಡ್ ದಿ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್. ಸೊ ಔಟ್ಸೈಡ್ ದ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಸ್ಯಾಂಪಲ್ scope resolution operator sample void. Okay, now I initializing m is equal to n is equal to 0. Okay, or we can also declare it as class sample mn public sample void. Within that it's a constructor. Sample void is a constructor. Adrolgade mn value 0 ಮಾಡ್ತಿದೀನಿ. Then I am terminating the class. So ಈ ತರಾನು ಬರಿಬಹುದು. Constructor defined within the class. This one, this is constructor defined outside the class. ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಆಗ್ಲೇ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ, ಈಗ ಸ್ಕೋಪ್ ರೆಸಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಆಪರೇಟರ್ ಯಾವಾಗ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ, ಬೇಸ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಡಿರೈವ್ಡ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ. ಡಿರೈವ್ಡ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲೂ ಇದೇ ತರ ಸ್ಕೋಪ್ ರೆಸಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಆಪರೇಟರ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಸ್ಕೋಪ್ ಡಿರೈವ್ಡ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ತರ ಸ್ಕೋಪ್ ರೆಸಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಆಪರೇಟರ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಕನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಟರ್ ನ ಡಿಕ್ಲೇರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಾ, ಅದನ್ನ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಔಟ್ಸೈಡ್ ದ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಬರ್ದಿದ್ದೀರಾ. It is defined outside the class, but here it is defined inside the class only. Within the curly braces ಒಳಗಡೆನೆ ಬರೆದಿದ್ದೀರಾ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ termination ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಬರೆದಿದ್ದೀರಾ. There are two methods to define the constructor. Okay, so when a class contains a constructor like the one defined above, it is guaranteed that an object created by the class will be initialized automatically. So now ಈಗ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ನಾವು ಮುಂದೆ ಮೈನ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಬರಿತೀವಲ್ಲ, ಮೈನ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದಂಗೆನೆ ಎಂ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಎನ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ 0 ಅಂತ ತಗೊಳ್ತದೆ. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಡಿಕ್ಲರೇಷನ್ ಸ್ಯಾಂಪಲ್ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ 1. ಓಕೆ, ಹಿಯರ್ ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ 1 ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟ ತಕ್ಷಣನೇ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದಂಗೆನೆ ಸೊ ಸ್ಯಾಂಪಲ್ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ 1 ಅಂತ ಕೊಡ್ತೀರಾ. ಅದೇ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಮೈನ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೇಮ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅಂತ ಕೊಡ್ತೀರಲ್ವಾ. ಸೊ ಈ ತರ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ 1 ಅಂತ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದಂಗೆನೆ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ 1 ಇಸ್ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಆದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಎಂ ಎನ್ 0 ಆಗಿ ಇನಿಷಿಯಲೈಸ್ ಆಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ದೆನ್ ವಾಟ್ ಆರ್ ದಿ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರಿಸ್ಟಿಕ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಎ ಕನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಟರ್? ಸೊ ಕನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಟರ್ ಆಸ್ ದಿ ನೇಮ್, ಸೇಮ್ ನೇಮ್ ಆಸ್ ದಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್. ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಗೆ ಏನ್ ಹೆಸರು ಕೊಡ್ತೀರಾ ಅದೇ ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕು. ದೆನ್ ಇಟ್ ಬಿಕಮ್ಸ್ ಅ ಕನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಟರ್. ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಮೇನ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರಿಸ್ಟಿಕ್ಸ್. ಕನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಟರ್ ಇಸ್ ಡಿಕ್ಲೇರ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಪಬ್ಲಿಕ್ ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಡೆಫಿನಿಷನ್. ಯಾವಾಗ್ಲೂ ಪಬ್ಲಿಕ್ ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲೇನೆ ಡಿಕ್ಲೇರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ ಪಬ್ಲಿಕ್ ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿಕ್ಲೇರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಾ. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್. Then constructor is invoked automatically as soon as the class object is created. Okay, so ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಮೇನ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್, ಈಗ ಈ ತರ ಕನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಟರ್ ಬರ್ದಿರ್ತೀರಾ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮೇನ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಮೇನ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಸ್ಯಾಂಪಲ್ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ 1 ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಸೊ ದ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ 1 ಇಸ್ ಇನ್ವೋಕ್ಡ್. ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ 1 ಇನ್ವೋಕ್ಡ್, ಅದೇನಾದ್ರು ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ 1 ಡಾಟ್ ಅಂತ ಏನೋ ಕಾಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಲ್ಲ, ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನಾವು ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ನ ಆಕ್ಸೆಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಲ್ಲ member functions na, ಆ ಟೈಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ as soon as you access it, so automatically mn0 ಆಗಿ ಇನಿಷಿಯಲೈಸ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. So therefore when the constructor invoked automatically as soon as the class object is created, class object create ಆಗ್ತಿದಂಗೆನೆ it is invoked, constructor invoke ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ automatically assign ಆಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿರುತ್ತೆ. m value n value 0 ಗೆ assign ಆಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿರುತ್ತೆ as soon as you create the object. A constructor does not return any value. So return type is not associated with this definition. Even void is not used. ಇಲ್ಲಿ void ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ರಿಟರ್ನ್ ಟೈಪ್ ಏನಿದೆ, ಈಗ ವಾಯ್ಡ್ ಸ್ಯಾಂಪಲ್ ವಾಯ್ಡ್ ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ ನಾನು, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ರಿಟರ್ನ್ ಟೈಪ್ ಬೇಕಿಲ್ಲ. ಇಲ್ಲೂ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಕನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಟರ್, ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ನೋ ರಿಟರ್ನ್ ಟೈಪ್ ಹಿಯರ್. ಓಕೆ, ಇಲ್ಲೂ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಕನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಟರ್ ಡಿಫೈನ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ಸೈಡ್ ದ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್. ಇಲ್ಲೂ ನಾನು ರಿಟರ್ನ್ ಟೈಪ್ ನ ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ರಿಟರ್ನ್ ಟೈಪ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ರಿಕ್ವೈರ್ಡ್. So constructor does not return any value. So no return type is associated with it. The programmer has no direct control over constructor function. Okay, so once the constructor is written, so he has no control over the constructor. Okay, constructor functions. Then the constructor are not inherited. Inherited means we cannot inherit the properties of the constructor. Okay, constructor anta baradmele adu that is only for initialization. Other the properties now we cannot use it in our program. Next, we cannot access that. Constant or volatile class object cannot be initialized with the constructor. Andre constant ನಾವು ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ನ ಇನಿಷಿಯಲೈಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವ, ಅದನ್ನ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಓಕೆ, volatile class object cannot be initialized, whose values will not change. Constructor cannot be declared as virtual. Virtual functions andrenu we'll discuss in the next classes. Okay, constructor cannot be declared as a virtual function. Okay, that we'll discuss later. Constructor can be overloaded. Sorry, it can be overloaded. Andre function overloading. Similarly, we can function overloading ಮಾಡ್ತಿರಲ್ಲ, add function, same name of the function can be used for they acts as a differently in different instances. So similarly, we can constructor can be overloaded. Like other C++ function, they can have default arguments. Okay, they can also have default arguments similar to normal C++ functions, and an object with a constructor cannot be used as a member of a union. Okay, so this also we'll discuss later. Okay, what do you mean by union and all? They make implicit calls to the operators new delete when memory allocation is required. They make implicit calls, okay, to the operators new and delete when memory allocation is required. So that means they automatically assign memory for variables. Okay, and they make implicit calls to the operator new and delete when memory allocation is required. So automatically they assign the memory for those variables. Okay, next, the different types of constructors are default constructor, parameterized constructor, copy constructor, dynamic constructor, and overloaded constructor. These are the 5 types of the constructors used. So constructor that accepts no parameter is called the default constructor. Andre adralli eno parameters illa, iga nanu void anta kottidini illi. So this is a default constructor. So name of the class irbeku, then there is no arguments, then it is a default constructor. There is no parameter. Default constructor for class sample is sample, scope resolution sample. There is no parameters. Okay, here if no such constructor is so here idella sentence mistake agide. So default constructor for class sample is sample. So this is a default constructor. There are no arguments, and then as soon as I use this for example, as soon as I write the sample A is an object. ಹೇಳಪ್ಪ ಹೇಳಿ, ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ?
ಮ್ಯಾಮ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟೇಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ನೂ ಸ್ಲೈಡ್ 114 ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಇದೆ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್, ಈಗ ಬಂತು.
ಹೌದಾ? ಓಕೆ, ನಾನು ಇದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ, 117 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ.
ಹಾ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್, ಈಗ ಬಂತು.
ಓಕೆ,
ಅಲ್ಲಿ 114 ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಇತ್ತು ಮ್ಯಾಮ್.
ಇವಾಗ ಬಂತ? ಏಕೆ
ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್.
ಓಕೆ, ಓಕೆ, ಇದಾಗಿತ್ತಾ? ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಈಗ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಿದ್ಯಾ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರಿಸ್ಟಿಕ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಕನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಟರ್?
ಎಸ್ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್.
So characteristics of the constructor has the same name as that of class. So class ಗೆ ಏನ್ ಹೆಸರು ಕೊಡ್ತೀರಾ ಅದೇ ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕು. ಕನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಟರ್ ಅಂತ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗದೆ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ನೇಮ್ ಇಂದ. Constructor is declared in the public section. Public section alle declare ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. And the constructor is invoked automatically as soon as the object is created. Object create ಆಗ್ತಿದಂಗೆನೆ constructor invoke ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Then constructor does not return any value. So return type ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ it does not return any value. And it the programmer has no control over the constructor once it is created. Okay. And constructor cannot be inherited. Constructor ಅಲ್ಲಿ inheritance ಮಾಡಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. Then constant value volatile class objects ಎಲ್ಲ objects ಇದ್ರೆ it cannot be initialized with the constructor. ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು initialize ಮಾಡಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ constants ಎಲ್ಲ ಇದ್ರೆ. Constructor can be declared as virtual functions. Cannot be declared as virtual functions. Virtual functions ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು, we'll discuss in the next class ಇದೆ ಅದು. ಅದನ್ನು ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ಮೇಲೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ವರ್ಚುವಲ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಅಂತ. ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ರನ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಪಾಲಿಮಾರ್ಫಿಸಮ್ ವರ್ಚುವಲ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್. ಸೊ therefore constructor cannot be declared as virtual function. Then constructor can be overloaded. Similarly the function overloading and operator overloading ಮಾಡ್ತಿರಲ್ಲ ಅದೇ ತರ constructor can be overloaded. And they have default arguments. Like any other function, they have default arguments. And constructor destructor ಯಾವ್ದಾರ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಲ್ಲ ಅದು it will create the memory and delete the memory as when it is required. So they make implicit calls to using new and delete operators. Okay, so these are the different types of constructor: default constructor, parameterized, copy, dynamic, overloaded. So default ಅಲ್ಲಿ there are no parameters ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ it is a default constructor. Default constructor for class sample is sample, scope resolution, sample, open the parenthesis, closed. Here there is no parameters. So then when you create the sample A, okay, so sample is a name of the class, A is a object. As soon as object is created, it invokes the constructor. Okay, so it invokes the default constructor of a compiler to create the object A. So this is a program to illustrate the default constructor. Okay, so I have taken class. Class is a keyword and box is the name of the class. And within the class, I have declared length, breadth, and height of the these are the three variables declared within this class. And then in the public section, I have written one constructor here. Box another name of the class. Adana tagondidini. Then void return type ಏನು ಇಲ್ಲ. ಮತ್ತೆ arguments, there are no arguments. Okay. So box void, within that I am initializing length, breadth, height is equal to 0 and close it. So this is a constructor. I am within the body of the constructor. I have initialized, and then I am writing then cout function here. Cout function here brackets. I think no need to write the brackets here. So there is no need of brackets here. Then I am writing cout. Length is equal to length, breadth is equal to breadth, and height is equal to height. Endl is used for new line. Okay. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಒಂದು ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಬಿಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀನಿ. I have one more member function here. Okay, it's the member function of class box. Box another class ಅಲ್ವಾ. So ಇದ್ರ ಒಳಗಡೆ another member function I have, that is print. Within that print, I am writing within the printing, I am writing these three lines. Okay, I am just printing the values of length, breadth, and height. Okay. Box is the name of the class. Using that name of the class, I am creating object 1. As soon as I create object 1, this particular constructor is invoked. This is a constructor. This will be invoked. Invoked means it automatically assigns the length, breadth, and height is equal to 0. Then using this object, I am calling the print object 1. I am calling this function print. So it will call this function. This is a user defined function which is written to print the length, breadth, and height of the box. Okay, these variables. Now I am just printing it. So which gives the output as output length is equal to 0, breadth is equal to 0, and height is equal to 0. This is the output of the program. Okay. As soon as the object is created, the constructor is invoked and it automatically initializes the values for length, breadth, and height. And then I am calling this member function of this class and then printing these values. Understood? This is the default constructor. Next, we have parameterized constructor. What do you mean by parameterized constructor? So here in practice, they may be necessary to initialize the various data elements of different objects with different values when they are created. Okay. So we need different values. ಈಗ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ನಾವು ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ there are different data elements ಅಥವಾ data members ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ. So we need to initialize those also. In order to do that, here C++ permits us to achieve this objective by passing arguments to the constructor function when the objects are created. So here we are passing the parameters. That's why it is parameterized constructor. Here we are passing the parameters or the parameters present in the object, in that particular object. The constructor that can take arguments are called parameterized constructors. Constructors that can take the arguments are called parameterized constructor. For example, here you can consider class is a keyword and sample is the name of the class. Within this, I have one constructor here, sample, but here we have parameters. Therefore, it is parameterized constructor. So initial m and n are declared as a variables. In the public section, I am returning one constructor here, which has parameter. Now I am initializing the x to m and y to n. So this now end of the class. When a constructor has been parameterized, the object declaration statements such as sample object 1 anta ಕೊಡ್ತಿದಂಗೆನೆ it may not work. Okay, because ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ಯಾರಾಮೀಟರ್ಸ್ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ನಾವು ಪ್ಯಾರಾಮೀಟರ್ ಪಾಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಇಲ್ಲಿ it will not work like a default constructor ತರ ಇದು ವರ್ಕ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. So we must pass the initial values as arguments to the constructor function to which an object is declared. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ನಾವು parameter pass ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಇದಕ್ಕೆ. So for that, so this can be done in two ways. One is by calling the constructor explicitly or by calling the constructor implicitly. So two types. So the following declaration illustrate the first method. Explicit antandre sample object 1 is equal to sample of 0,100. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ x ಗೆ y ಗೆ ಪ್ಯಾರಾಮೀಟರ್ ಪಾಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಲ್ವಾ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್. ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ object 1 is equal to sample of 0,100. 0 ಮತ್ತೆ 100, x 0 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, y 100 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. So this is with this we call it as it is a explicit call. This statements create a sample object object 1. Sorry, object 1 and passes the values 0 and 100 to it. So now we are creating a sample object, that is sample is the name of the class. So class sample ge object create ಮಾಡ್ತಿದೀವಿ, that is object is nothing but obj1 and other values na 0 and 100 na pass ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ. This is the first method. Okay, in the second method, is implemented as sample object of idralle ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಡಬಹುದು within the parenthesis. It is a implicit call. Okay, so first one is explicit, second one is implicit. So in the second method, sometimes called the shorten method, is used very often as it is shorter, looks better, and it is easy to implement. So compared to first one, second method is easy. I'm just passing the values here. As soon as the object is created, we are passing the values. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ object create ಮಾಡಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ values ನ pass ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. So then that value will be assigned to m and n values. M becomes 0, then n become 100. So therefore, when the constructor is parameterized, okay, we must provide appropriate arguments for the constructor. ಈಗ ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಹೇಗೆ ಪ್ಯಾರಾಮೀಟರ್ ಪಾಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ಅದೇ ತರ ಇಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯುಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ನ ಪಾಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. The following program now we can illustrate by considering this program. Parameterized constructor same function same ಇದನ್ನ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್. ಅದರಲ್ಲೂ ನಾವು ಲೆಂತ್ ಬ್ರೆಡ್ತ್ ಹೈಟ್ ಡಿಸ್ಪ್ಲೇ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಿಲ್ಲ. ಬಾಕ್ಸ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಕೀವರ್ಡ್, ಬಾಕ್ಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ನೇಮ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್, ಅಂಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 3 ವೇರಿಯೇಬಲ್ಸ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಡಿಕ್ಲೇರ್ಡ್, ಲೆಂತ್ ಬ್ರೆಡ್ತ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಹೈಟ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಇಲ್ಲೊಂದು ಕನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಟರ್ ತಗೋತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ, ಬಾಕ್ಸ್. ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ರಿಮೆಂಬರ್ ಬಾಕ್ಸ್ ನೇಮ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಸೇಮ್ ಆಸ್ ದಿ ಕನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಟರ್. ಸೊ ಬಾಕ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ತಗೊಂಡು int I, int b, int h, these are the arguments. Yeah, which the constructor consists of. These arguments are the parameters. Within the body of the constructor, I am assigning length is equal to L, breadth is equal to B, and height is equal to H. I, B, H ತಗೊಂಡಿರಲ್ಲ variables. I am just assigning that to these 3. Then I have written one member function within this class, again printing the same length, breadth and height. In the main function, I am passing these values. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಾಕ್ಸ್ obj1 ಅಂತ ಬರೆದ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಸಾಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. So object box obj1 2 4 3, I am passing these values to this constructor. So 2 is assigned to L, 4 is assigned to B, and 3 will be assigned to H. Now I am assigning that 2 to length, 4 to breadth and 3 to height. So now I am calling this function obj.print. Object is created. Using that object, I am calling the member function of this class. So member function, this print is a member function. I am calling the function using this object1.print. Now when I call this member function, that whatever there in that member function will be printed. So therefore length is equal to 2, breadth is equal to 4, and height is equal to 3 will be displayed. So this is parameterized constructor. Default alli parameters iralla, arguments iralla idralli. So in parameterized constructor we have arguments and parameters. We are passing the parameters similar to a normal function in C++ or in C language. Next is another type of constructor. Okay. So other type of constructor is a copy constructor, right? Copy constructor slides ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ ಮುಂದಕ್ಕೆ. Okay, ಹಂಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. Copy constructor can accept a reference to its own class as a parameter. Okay. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲೇನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಮುಂಚೆ ನೀವು ಕಾಲ್ ಬೈ ರೆಫರೆನ್ಸ್, ಕಾಲ್ ಬೈ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಅಂತ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರಲ್ವಾ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಕಾಲ್, ಅದೇ ತರ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ರೆಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ನ ಕಳಿಸ್ತೀರಾ. ಓಕೆ, ಕನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಟರ್ಗೆ ರೆಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಕಳಿಸ್ತೀರಾ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಂಪರ್ಸೈಂಡ್ symbol is used. Okay, sample, open the parenthesis, within that sample ampersand I anta baradre. So then it gives the reference to that particular constructor. So in that case, we call that constructor as a copy constructor. Okay. Okay, ಅದನ್ನ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೈನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಒಂದು ನಿಮಿಷ ಇರಿ, just a minute. Okay, this is the syntax. This is a valid syntax for a copy constructor. So in this case, you can observe here, a constructor can accept a reference to its class as a parameter. For example, sample, ampersand, I. So this is a statement used. It is a valid statement. In such cases, the constructor is called the copy constructor. Copy constructor is one which constructs another object by copying the member of a given object. Okay, so that means, so copy constructor is one which construct another object by copying the member of a given object. So one the object members that will be copied by the other object. So it is used to declare and initialize an object from another object. So ಈಗ ಯಾವ್ದು ಎರಡು object create ಮಾಡಿರ್ತೀರಾ. So it is used to declare and initialize an object from another object. For example, so here we can have the statement here, sample x2 of x1. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವ್ದು ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ನೀವು ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತೀರಾ x1 ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅದೆಲ್ಲದು x2 ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೇನ್ ಡಾಟಾ ಮೆಂಬರ್ಸ್ ನೀವು ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತೀರಾ ಅಥವಾ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಡಾಟಾ ಮೆಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಇರುತ್ತಲ್ವಾ. ಸೊ ಅದಿಷ್ಟುನು ಅದರ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಇಟ್. x2 ಅನ್ನೋದೊಂದು ಕ್ಲಾಸ್, x1 ಅನ್ನೋದೊಂದು ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಸೊ x1 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೇನಿದೆ ಅದೆಲ್ಲ x2 ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ವುಡ್ ಡಿಫೈನ್ ದಟ್ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ x2 and at the same time initialize it to the values of x1. Another form of this statement is sample x2 is equal to x1. ಈ ತರನು ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. This is another way of initializing. Okay, the process of initializing through a copy constructor is known as copy initialization. ಅಂದ್ರೆ just copy ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ, ಅದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೇನು ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಇತ್ತು ಅದನ್ನ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದಕ್ಕೆ ಕಾಪಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. This is nothing but a copy constructor. ಅದಕ್ಕೊಂದು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಕೊಡೋಣ. So copy constructor, here we have this is the program to illustrate the copy constructor. Okay, I will show this program. So in the copy constructor, so if I give the example, you will better understand this. So this is a program. ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? Are you able to see the program? ತುಂಬಾ ಫಾಂಟ್ ಚಿಕ್ಕದಿದೆ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಒಂದು ನಿಮಿಷ ದೊಡ್ಡದು ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. Okay. So this is a program to illustrate the copy constructor. Here class is a keyword, again point is a name of the class. In that I have declared two variables x, y, and in the public section of the program I have one constructor point. This is a default constructor because there is no arguments here. Point, again point is a name of the class. Our class name use madidre it becomes the constructor. So now within the constructor I am initializing xy is equal to 0. Then parameter constructor, we have another constructor I have which is passing the parameter int xp, int yp. So now I am assigning xp is equal to x, yp is equal to y. Okay, so in this next I have this copy constructor. Okay, so all the constructor within a single program. Okay, so now this is a copy constructor, point and p. Okay, I am taking reference here, ampersand symbol you can observe. point, and point is again it is a name of the class and p. So class name na erad sala kodtare illi point within that argument within the parenthesis arguments as point, again name of the class and then ampersand p. Now p is used as a, again it is as a reference to these variables. So therefore p dot x is assigned to x, p dot y is assigned to y. Okay. Next I have a one member function within this class point, that is to display the result. X is equal to x, then y is equal to y. I'm just displaying the x and y values. Then in the main function, I'm writing the here object. I need to create the object of the class point. So here I have created the p1. P1 is the object and point is the name of the class. So p1 is the object of this class point, and I'm passing the values 20 and 30. So here, as soon as object of p1 is created and it is initialized to 20 and 30. Here the x value, x becomes 20 and y becomes 30. I'm passing this parameter to this parameterized constructor. So then point p2 of p1. So this is, I'm copying the whatever the objects are there, whatever the data members within this object p1, all are copied to p2. So this is a copy constructor. Then point p3. Point p3 means I'm just calling I'm creating another object p3 of class point. I'm calling by using that p3 is another object is created of this of the class point. Now I am calling the function using this object p1. I am calling the this member function of this class, that is display. Okay, p1 dot display, p2 dot display, and p3 dot display. Then what will be the output of this program? Can anyone guess? What is the output? What is the output of this program? What is the output? Em barutte output p1 dot display, p2 dot display, p3 dot display. Just xy values na nan display ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀನಿ using constructor. So em barutte ಒಬ್ರು ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಕೊಟ್ರಾ 20 30 and 00. Okay, is it correct? Good. So answer is 20 30, and then again here I'm passing the parameter 20 30 to this parameterized constructor. So therefore p1 is an object. Okay, p1 is an object of this class point, and I am passing the parameter 20 30 to this parameterized constructor. Therefore x value will be 20 and y value will be 30, where I am assigning this xp to x, yp to y. Therefore answer is 20 30. Next I am creating the object, that is p2 of p1 again. So whatever the argument parameters for this parameterized constructor, the same thing will be copied to this object p2. So now p2 also becomes it consists of the same parameters xy. So xy values ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅದೇ ಕಾಪಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. So p2 dot display, when I call p2 dot display, again the same thing will be displayed here. So I'm passing this p1 value to this reference. I'm giving as a p1 as a reference to this copy constructor. Now that copy constructor, by using this reference variable, where p is a reference variable, by using that reference variable, it is copying the values of the x and y. So now again 20 will be assigned to x here, 30 will be assigned to x here, then it will be displayed. So P2 dot display will display the x value 20 and 30. Now the last one, P3 dot display. So P3 dot display. So here P3's object is created. That object is used to display. Now, as soon as I create this object P3 and display, so it will call the default constructor. So it will go to this default constructor. Now the xy value will be 0. So therefore it will print the x value 0 and y value 0. Okay. So this is how the constructor works, copy constructor, and also default on all the constructors are explained within this single program. So this output of the program here, it is x is equal to 20, y is equal to 20. Again, next x is equal to 20, y is equal to 30, and x is equal to 0, y is equal to 0. So this is the output of the program. Watch whatever the Chintan has sent now. So it is correct. So 20, 30, 20, 30, 0, 0. Okay. So the last two constructors we are not discussing. Only the copy constructor, really type of the constructor, dynamic meta overloaded constructor we are not discussing. Only default parameterized and copy constructor. Okay, we'll discuss in our syllabus. Okay, these three. And destructor, we will discuss destructors in the next class. Okay? What do you mean by destructor? How to use it? Next, we are in next classes. We are also discussing virtual functions. Then it completes the first unit. So as soon as we complete the virtual functions, then it completes the chapter 1 of the unit 1. Okay. Any doubt? ಇವತ್ತು ಯಾರ್ಯಾರು ಅಬ್ಸೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ಕೇಳಿಸ್ಕೊಡಿ. ಝೇವಿಯರ್, ದೆನ್ ವಿನಾಯಕ್, ಅಭಿಜಿತ್, ಸುಮಂತ್, ಗೀತಾ ಪಾಟೀಲ್, ದೆನ್ ಉಜ್ವಲ್ ನಾಯಕ್, ತ್ರಿಭುವನ್, ದೆನ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಜನ ಅಬ್ಸೆಂಟ್, ಮತ್ತೆ ಇನ್ಯಾರು ಅಬ್ಸೆಂಟ್ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ? ಉಜ್ವಲ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟಾ? ಉಜ್ವಲ್ ನಾಯಕ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾಕೆ ಆಬ್ಸೆಂಟ್ ತೋರಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ? ಹೇಳಪ್ಪ. ಮಹೇಶ್, what do you want to discuss?
ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತಿದ್ಯಾ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್?
ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತದೆ, ಹೇಳಿ.
Ma'am, you explained one example, ma'am, just now of that copy constructor. Ma'am, suppose if we, how the output will come if we had declared P3 without the default constructor? Output ಹೆಂಗೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್? ಡಿಫಾಲ್ಟ್ ಕನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಟರ್ ನ ಇನಿಷಿಯಲೈಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ.
ಇಲ್ಲಿ P3 ನಲ್ಲಿ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತನಾ ಇದು? ಒಂದ್ ನಿಮಿಷ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ P3 ಡಾಟ್ ಡಿಸ್ಪ್ಲೇ ಅಂತ. ಏನ್ ನಿಮ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಏನು?
ಮ್ಯಾಮ್ ಈಗ ಕೊನೆಗೆ 00 ಅಂತ ಬಂತಲ್ಲ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್, ಡಿಫಾಲ್ಟ್ ಕನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಟರ್ ಹಾಕಿದ್ರಿ.
ಅದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್?
ಎಸ್ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್.
ಅದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಇದೇ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ನೀವು ಯಾವ್ದೋ ಒಂದು ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ದಂಗ ಆಯ್ತು. ಡಿಫಾಲ್ಟ್ ಕನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಟರ್ ಹಾಕಿರಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ಲೈನ್ಸ್ ಇರಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ನೀವ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಿರೋದು. ಈ 3 ಲೈನ್ಸ್ ಇದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಅದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ವೈ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಪ್ರೀವಿಯಸ್ ಏನಿತ್ತು ಅದೇ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಈಗ 2030 ಇತ್ತು, 2030 ಬರುತ್ತೆ.
ಓಕೆ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್, ಸರಿ.
ಡಿಫಾಲ್ಟ್ ನಾವು ಇನಿಷಿಯಲೈಸ್ XY0 ಅಂತ ಇನಿಷಿಯಲೈಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದೀವಲ್ಲ, ಅಕಸ್ಮಾತ್ ಅದು ಇನಿಷಿಯಲೈಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇದು ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ವೈ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಪ್ರೀವಿಯಸ್ಲಿ ಏನಿತ್ತು ಅದೇ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಒಂದು ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನಾವು ಒಂದು ಮೆಂಬರ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಕಾಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ದಂಗ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ.
ಓಕೆ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್, ಸರಿ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್, ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು.
ಓಕೆ, ಎನಿ ಅದರ್ ಡೌಟ್ಸ್? ಇನ್ನೇನಾದ್ರು ಡೌಟ್ಸ್ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಉಜ್ವಲ್ ನಾಯಕ್ ಯಾಕಿಲ್ಲ ಅಬ್ಸೆಂಟ್ ತೋರಿಸ್ತಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ. ಒಂದು ನಿಮಿಷ ರೀ, ಅಟೆಂಡೆನ್ಸ್ ತಗೊಂಡ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಸಂಗತ್ಯ ದಾಸ್ ನಿಮ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸಾ?
ಎಸ್ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್.
ಓಕೆ. ಇವರು ಆದರ್ಶ್ ಪಲ್ಲು, ಆದರ್ಶ್ ನೀವು ಇದ್ದೀರಾ? ಆದರ್ಶ್ ಇದೆಯೇನಪ್ಪ? ನಿಮ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ ಅನುಭವ್? ಆದರ್ಶ್ ಅಂತ ಇದಾರ ನಿಮ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸಲ್ಲಿ? ಮತ್ತೆ ಅವ್ರು ಬಂದಿಲ್ವಾ? ಇದಾರ ಇಲ್ವಾ ಈಗ ಕ್ಲಾಸಲ್ಲಿ? ಸುಮಂತ್ ಆಬ್ಸೆಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲ. Okay. Okay, you can leave now. Test postpone ಆಯ್ತಲ್ಲ? ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತಲ್ವಾ ಡೇಟ್ಸ್ ಯಾವಾಗ ಅಂತ? ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ವೀಕ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ಎಲ್ಲ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಓದ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಏನಾದ್ರು ಡೌಟ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಕೇಳಿ. Test will be on next week. All of you study well, okay? If you have any doubts, you can come and meet me anytime. Meet me means you can call me. Okay? Number of students present 63. Okay, you can leave the class.